Looks like I even got some pot shots on this Void Ray. So he's going to end the Void Ray push, I believe. Looks like I've even covered up my back door now from Void Rays. So there's really no way into my base without coming all the way back around this way and then attacking here. So at this point, it's more or less just macro mode here, just getting my barracks down, trying to get my army count up, get my SCV count up, try not to supply cap myself as often as normal. Attacking towards medevacs, getting my 1-1 upgrades. Armory, so I can go beyond 1-1 upgrades, and finally Ghost to get Destiny, which I have forgotten to get. Just too bad, because I got the Vespene for it this match too. And once you planted your armory, it's a good time to send out your factory on patrol. If you're like me and you don't actually build anything from your factory, may as well use it for scouting. So the one thing that Protoss is lacking now because of that Void Ray push is he does not have any anti-bio units. There's no sign of Templar. He does have a Twilight Council, so I guess you could go that direction. And only getting a robotics facility now, so Colossi with thermal lance upgrade is way, way off in the distance. Looks like he researched Blink. Not probably the best idea versus the Bio Ball. You definitely don't want to blink within range of Marauders. That's not what you want. You want to abuse your long range. And this isn't really a base you can kind of blink up behind. I mean, the only blinkable area is right near the ramp. Well, actually, I suppose you could blink from here. Yeah, okay, it is blinkable somewhat. Looks like he spotted my factory, so that factory has limited life left. And he's throwing down his third. Still behind the harvester count, though. Let's bring up the army tab here, and you can see I got a good 35 supply lead on him. Well, let's see. Well, now it's dead on 35. Also got my 1-1 upgrades, and almost got 2-1, where my opponent is 1-0 with nothing else on the way. Looks like he's still pumping Void Rays. Guess he's going to be relying on Void Rays for his firepower and defense. Probably not the best choice, because with the amount of time it takes Void Rays to charge up, the battle could be more or less done. Like, what is it, about 10 seconds to get the full charge? Yeah. When you get those big battles, 10 seconds in, those battles could be, like, over. So the little scout party is returning from its little factory snipe. And with my failed attempts of scouting the map, everything getting picked off, I'm like, screw this, I'm just going to go right up the gut. I may not know where his third is, but I definitely know where his first is. Going straight up the middle. So I do stim and push. I do not have any ghosts, but I don't think I'm going to need them. Void Ray is getting taken down very quickly. And yeah, that looks like GG. Looking at the army count now, you can see I'm a good 100 supply ahead. I'm lagging so hard. Okay, there's two ways to end the game versus Terran. If you're not going to complain about how imba they are, then you definitely have to blame the lag. Because it's the lag that put him, 60 food behind. Sometimes I don't actually read these things as I play, so I catch them only when I watch the replay. You just watched Day 9. I do watch Day 9. Can't say I really follow his suggestion. In fact, I feel a little insulted because Day 9 often refers to like terrible play by referring to it as like how people used to play back in the beta. I'm like, hey, you're describing how I still play right now. I still just sit back, mass up a bunch of crap, and throw it at my opponents. I have no timing rushes. I don't have no aggressive abilities. Given I do play Terran, very different from the standard. It's supposed to be an aggressive race, I think, but not when you build 2 command centers before barracks. Alright, so that is that. I guess I'm going to review a little bit. Okay, one key versus Protoss. Make bunker part of your wall once you have the opportunity. And for that reason, you can start by going 4 Marines, and that will hold off a Stalker Rush, and it will prep you for Void Rays in case you haven't scouted it yet. I have lost before to a single Void Ray, because if you do not have any Marines out when one Void Ray arrives, and you're having to just pump 3 Marines at a time, versus a level 3 charged Void Ray, you have no chance. That Void Ray will take down like all your Marine enforcements. Next, you want to be pretty vigilant on your scouting. I send my SCV I made my planetary for the second command center with, I sent him in to scout, and that did show me the 2 barracks and cyber core. Had he gone all-in Void Rays, it actually would have been a lot easier, because all-in Void Rays is so easy to spot. You come in, you'll see only 1 gateway, the cyber core will not be spinning for warp gate technology, and it's like, okay, instantly I know you're going Void Rays. So easy to counter, you just hold him off and then he's done. But in this case, it wasn't until this final scan that I actually realized he tech switched. So yeah, you want to be... I like to scout with my first, the SCV that makes my command center, and then my second set of energy for my orbital. I'll throw a scan on my opponents, and I think that's pretty good timing, where you can see initially what he's up to, and then you can kind of get a confirmation or see a tech switch with your later scan. Oops, didn't mute that cough. Oh well. Next, missile turret placement. You want them covering like the entrances to your base. Put yourself in the mindset, if I were a Void Ray, where would I come to charge up? So you want to cover those buildings he could charge up on. So I'm covering the buildings from the north here, covering the buildings from the north here, and then from the east. Because like, had I not had this missile turret, he could just bring his Void Rays around here, charge up on my refinery, and then even though I got a decent amount of Marines, by the time my Marines get over there, I'm going to be facing 2 fully charged up Void Rays. And that can be difficult, even with stim pack. One thing I never knew about, and I just found out recently, bunkers, you can actually stim the units inside. That's something I don't think they ever had in Starcraft 1, at least not from what I remember, given I stopped playing Starcraft 1 years and years and years ago. And finally, other than massing Marines and getting proper missile turret placement, the one key to taking out Void Rays is the stim pack upgrade, and not for the attack rate, but for your movement speed. It allows you to quickly get underneath them and then A-move. So notice how in that attack there, sorry, I just kind of want to show the micro here. I do not A-move when I go in. I first just right-click on the edge right here, get as close as I can, and then I attack it. So all my Marines fire at once. And if possible, you want to get right underneath the Void Ray before you do this. That way it gives your the Void Ray no ability to retreat in time. And I think those are the key things you want to do to beat the Void Ray Rush. And then you too can make your opponents say unreal and laugh. And then start coming up with leg excuses for why they're going to lose the game. Anyways, we're going to call that the end of this video, and hope that I found that somewhat informative. And many more videos to come. Thank you everyone, and goodbye.